exquisite cooking, and harmonizing yoga. Join us as we take the next 30 days to discover a whole new way of living. Welcome back. So today we're going to be making green chili veggie wraps, and we're going to be wrapping the mixture in romaine lettuce. So here's our ingredients. We have 1 carrot, some celery, 3.5 ounces of shiitake mushrooms, ground garbanzo beans, which you would take the garbanzo beans if you're going to use them fresh, soak them overnight, and then grind them in the blender. Otherwise, you can just buy it in canned and then do the same, just throw it in the blender. We have garlic, minced garlic, green chili sauce, which you can either buy or make from scratch, lemon juice, and then finally some Cabernet red wine. So let's get started. So for the veggies and the mushrooms, we're just going to cut them up into very, very small chunks. That way they'll cook fast and it'll be really easy to wrap. So once we've cut our veggies, we're ready to prepare the romana leaves. Now these are really easy to do. What you want to do though, pick the bigger leaves, and then you're going to just cut out the base of the stem of each of the leaves, and then set it aside. And do as many leaves as you do want wraps. So each of the leaves is going to form a wrap. Best to cut off as much of the white part of the stem as you can, because that's going to be really tough, and then it's going to make it really hard for you to roll it up. So get rid of as much of the base of the stem as you can. Alright, so now we're ready to cook. So what we have going here is we just have 1 pan, and then we got water boiling in a pot, which we will be using for the romaine lettuce. Romaine, I'm not exactly sure about how you pronounce it, so I'm sorry if I'm inaccurate on that one. Alright, so we're going to start out first with just the red wine. So the Cabernet, put it down as a base and then let it reduce. Now we're going to leave it in there until it starts boiling. Once you have it to a rolling boil, then we'll add the garlic and the other ingredients. So we'll just wait for that to come around. So our red wine has come to boil. Now, didn't mention this in the ingredients, but you can add this as well. I'm just adding a tablespoon of butter. And then to that we'll add our minced garlic, about half a tablespoon. Then we'll mix this together. and then add our veggies. Then we're just going to put a cover on the veggies, let them cook for a few minutes, and then we'll add the garbanzo beans along with the mushrooms. So our veggies have cooked now for a few minutes, and we can at this point add our mushrooms. In addition to our garbanzo beans. Now this is going to make quite a bit of food. This could probably serve about 4 people, what I'm making today. The good thing about this dish is you can just throw it in the fridge and you can have it later. Probably stay good for a couple days. I'm a person that usually eats the food fresh, but in this case this would be a dish that you could keep in the fridge and eat later. So I'm just going to mix it all together until it becomes to a good consistency throughout. Once it's mixed, then I'll let it sit again, cook for another minute or two before adding the final sauces, the green chili, along with the lemon. Alright, so red chili, we're going to give it about 4 tablespoons. Once again, mix. Then we'll add about 1/4 of a tablespoon, or sorry, this is salt, so we're just going to add about a teaspoon of salt, and then 1/4 of a tablespoon of black pepper. Mix it together again. And now this is ready. So we can set this aside, just keep it covered, and then I'll show you how to do the lettuce. So for the lettuce, we have the water to the boil, and then we're just going to dip the lettuce into the boiling water until it becomes more soft and reduces to some extent. Could probably do a couple at a time. Then when they're ready, just take them out. You'll know they're good because they'll be nice and soft. And see, now they're really easy to bend and fold. And then, so we'll just do this with each of the Romana leaves. You don't want to come too high on the water. You don't want it to get too hot. Just keep it at a simmer. Once the water has boiled, and just reduce it to a simmer. Probably finish all the leaves pretty quickly. If you have a larger pot and you fill it all the way to the top with water, you could probably finish all the leaves at once if you're short on time. So I left the lemon out earlier. You can just add it now, that's alright. So just add a little bit over the top, and then we're good with the lemon. So for the wraps, we're just going to take our filling, place it in the center, fold the outer edges in, and then close the wrap. So it's much like a burrito. And then we can just place it on a plate. So here's our final dish, the veggie wraps with the green chili and the red wine sauce. Really delicious, also a pretty unique dish, and something that you could use for a light lunch. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.